Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, fly over the rainbow.
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2003 movie, Freaky Friday. So in this movie, mother and daughter, Anna and Tess, are bickering over everything. What Anna wears, whom she likes, what she wants to do when she's older. In turn, she detests her mother's fiance, and when a magical fortune cookie switches their personalities, they each get a peek at their own personal feels and things in lives. So this is absolutely, hands down, one of the funniest Disney movies that I have ever seen. Jamie Lee Curtis is just absolutely amazing in here, and Lindsay Lohan is too. This movie wouldn't work if they didn't have such great chemistry together, and really played so well off of each other in this movie, because they really carry it very well and everything. But Jamie Lee Curtis especially is just absolutely hilarious in this movie, and I absolutely love her in here. The story is very, very well written. I like how they took the premise of the Freaky Friday story and really applied the mother and daughter dynamic to this movie. The original one, while it was still a really enjoyable movie and stuff, was lacking and everything, and they're split up through most of the movie, and they are split up throughout a lot of this one too, but I think the modern day Phil just felt better and everything. And part of it also is I did see this one before the original, and this is one of the rare times that I like the remake better than the original, but the original one is still a underrated classic and everything too. So I like both versions, and I haven't seen the 2018 version. I've seen the 1995 version that most people don't know about with Shelley Long, that Disney did. That was a TV movie, I think, on ABC for Wonderful World of Disney. That movie was okay. It's not near as good as this one or the original version, and like I said, I haven't seen the 2018 version, so I can't compare it or anything, but I'm sure that it's not near as good as this one. But the music is great in this movie too. I love the songs that Anna and her band sing, especially the Ultimate You, which is the song that plays during the end credits. Just really, really great song, but they also have really good songs on the soundtrack and everything, like modern versions of classic songs like What a Wonderful World, and there's like a new version of, well, it's not new anymore, but at the time, and to me it was a new version because I had never heard it, of Hit Me Baby One More Time. I don't remember who covers it, but it plays in the movie and stuff. I liked it. It was a pretty cool version of that song, and everything. And the whole supporting cast are great too, especially Harold Gold as the grandpa. He's just absolutely hilarious. Every time something happens and he yells out "earthquake" and starts running around and stuff, it just cracks me up. I don't know why, but he was just really funny, and maybe it's just the character kind of reminded me of my own grandpa and everything, so maybe that's why I get such a kick out of him. And there's so many hilarious moments in here, and especially during the third act, there's a lot of really heartwarming moments too, and everything. They balance the heartwarmingness and stuff with the comedy, and they tone it down a little bit when it needs to be serious enough and everything. They know how to do it. I think the team that made this movie just really hit it out of the park and everything. I don't really have anything bad to say about this movie, although I will say that the character Mr. Bates is one of the most annoying characters in any movie, because he's so mean and heartless to Anna just because her mom rejected him in high school and everything. And what's sad is there are probably teachers that are like that in real life that pick on certain students and stuff. But and everything. And there's some really funny moments too, like that, because Tess is a therapist and stuff. There's like little funny moments where, like, she's talking to her patients and stuff, and one of them is like this overbearing patient that has to see her every single day and everything, and he's always freaking out and everything. It's just really funny, and I really like those scenes and stuff. And I thought that the actor that played him was just absolutely hilarious. Willie Garson, who passed away back in 2021, I thought he was just absolutely hilarious as the character Evan. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, but the little screen moments he has, he's just really funny, and you can tell him and Jamie Lee Curtis were having a really fun time. And one of my other favorite parts of the movie is when she's shopping and she's talking on the phone, and she goes up by the woman at the deli in the store, and she says something about being a beautiful, strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man to complete you, when she's talking on the phone. And the lady working there looks at her, and she starts tearing up, and it's like, thank you. It's just a really funny moment and everything, but it's also a relatable moment and stuff too. I mean, anybody who has self-confidence and stuff, or have problems with it, they can relate to hearing someone say something like that and feeling good about it and stuff. It was just a really funny but relatable moment and everything. I think the way that they did the jokes with it, I think were really well done, because it wasn't mean-spirited, but it was really funny and kind of relatable. As someone who goes to see a therapist and stuff myself, I can relate to some of those characters and everything, but I've always found amusement in the characters in this movie, and they're really funny. Like I said, everybody brings something to their role and everything, and they play their parts really well. And this is one that I always wanted a sequel to, and we might be getting a legacy sequel. And I'm really curious how they're going to do it, if they're going to just make them switch bodies again, or if Lindsay Lohan's character is going to have a daughter and she switches with her, or just Jamie Lee Curtis switches with her. I'm hoping that maybe Lindsay and her daughter switch, and Jamie Lee Curtis's character is just there along for the ride. That would be a cool way to do a sequel. I have no idea what they're going to do with it, but it's the one sequel that Disney's announced out of their long-awaited sequels. Like, I wasn't real excited for Hocus Pocus 2. Disenchanted, I was kind of on the fence about. I ended up loving that one. But this one, Freaky Friday 2 is one that I'm really looking forward to, because of the dynamic between Lindsay and Jamie Lee Curtis, and they both want to do this movie so bad. So I'm hoping that, because of how much they want to do it and how great their chemistry was in this movie, I'm hoping that they'll be able to knock the second one out of the park and everything, and have a really great legacy sequel. We'll see how that turns out, if it even happens, because it's just an early production. It could end up getting canceled or whatever, but if it does happen, I'd really like to see what they do with it and everything, because I'd love to spend more time with these characters, because they are all lovable. It sucks that Grandpa probably won't be in it, because unfortunately Harold Gould died not too many years after this movie came out. So but I would love to see what they do with it and everything. And I absolutely love Freaky Friday. It's one of my absolute favorite Disney movies from my childhood. It was also the movie that introduced me to Jamie Lee Curtis. Most people were introduced to her from Halloween, some True Lies, but this was my introduction to Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't think that I could have asked for a better introduction, because this is possibly my favorite movie of Jamie Lee Curtis's, even over Halloween. I just absolutely love how funny she is in this movie, and I wish that she would do more comedies, because she has a really good act for comedy and stuff. She's really funny in this movie and stuff. And also, one thing I wanted to mention too is the thong scene, where the little brother is trying to figure out what's wrong with him, and Lindsay's character's being all nice to him and everything, and the mom is messing with him like Lindsay's character does, and Jamie Lee Curtis is walking around and everything, and her pants start to fall down, and you can see she's wearing a thong. As a kid, I thought it was gross. As an adult, I'm like, oh boy, yeah. I'm just joking, but yeah, this movie is a blast from start to finish. It's absolutely hilarious. Has great comedy, heartwarming moments, great music, and it's just a really fun time. I absolutely love Freaky Friday, and I'd go as far to say that I'd give it a 5. I'd give it an A+, and everything. I absolutely love this movie. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Freaky Friday, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.